Good afternoon, fellow punchers. Mickey D, the Bookie Basher, with ye with a few selections for tomorrow, Saturday. Recorded this just gone midday in a very, very sunny west of Ireland. Nice bit of frost last night, so we got the sunshine today. I'm recording it early because prior to racing starting and that, because I go away at 20 to 1 on a Friday. Kids are out of school early, and I'll be back till after 4. So I wouldn't have time to get it done, uploaded on all with it. I'm going to do it now. Tomorrow, I found it difficult to find anything in the Ireland or England on the national hunt scene, bar one. In the 240 at Kelso, it's a listed chase, just short of 3 miles. Espoir de Romay, an 8-year-old out of the Kimberley yard, David Bass riding. It's rated 160, and in fact it's getting weight of inferior rated horses. There's a 151 and a 149 giving him weight, and that's the conditions of the race. But he's probably best known for falling in the entry last April in the Miles May Novices Grade 1, the race that Chantry House then went on to win. He was awfully lucky that day. I don't know what happened to coming to the last. I had a right good bet each way on him too, Anyway, he wasn't seen since the end of October. He was third in Carlisle to Fiddler on the Roof, and he won on heavy ground in Leicester last March. So I don't know, he must have got a niggle or a knock or something, because he should have been out. The winter ground shouldn't have phased him. So he's skipping Cheltenham for this as a prep for entry again. He's a 9 to 4, so I think he's worth a 2-point win. On to Meydan. Brilliant racing there tomorrow, fantastic card. Early start, the 11:35. It's a 1.5 mile group race, turf. It's a prep for the Sheema Classic. Regular followers of mine would know that the king of my stable is Hukum. So Hukum is out tomorrow. The best of luck to him for the year. And the queen of my stable, Loves Only You, has been retired, so I'm on the lookout for a new queen this year. So we'll see who turns up to get that honour. It won last year in York, a Group 3, on goodish enough ground, and previously on heavyish ground it had been third in the Hardwick Stakes to Wonderful Tonight. But it likes a better surface, and it holds up in the Cumberland Lodge in Ascot in October. It bypassed the Breeders' Cup for this prep run for the big one in the March. It's 5 to 4 favourite tomorrow. I think it's worth a 2-point win. He's the highest rated in it, and they're on level weights. So if he's anyways near ready to rock, he should win this. He's 10 to 1 for the Sheema Classic before he runs tomorrow. So any of you looking at that market, I wouldn't put you off backing him each way for that. Now, Authority and Glory Vaz, it's a great race. It's going to be the race of the year. That's in the March. So, but anyway, 2-point win on that. The 12:45 is another little horsey of mine from last year. It's the 6 furlong sprint Group 3, Emmeratty, Kevin Ryan. It was last seen 4th in the Breeders' Cup sprint in Del Mar, and it previously won the Betfred sprint in Haydock, an 11 to 1 shot. I'd have tipped up at 30 to 1 a few days before that. Got on him at that price. It beat Starman, and the change of tactics sort of was the reason it sort of changed its tune to win a few races. There's a lot of good horses in tomorrow. A Case of You was running for Adrian McGuinness, and that was 5th in the Breeders' Cup, and that has had a prep run already and won. So, I think Emmeratty is 5 to 2 favourite, a pint win. And in the 255, in that race as well, there's a horse in it, Motafaawit. It's 16 to 1. I think it's worth 0.5 of a pint each way. It had the habit of breaking very slowly out of the air, but it does finish strongly, and it even finished third in the Group 1 last year. It's if it breaks and it finishes fast, it could get placed, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it winning. But I hate to not let it go without backing it because I know it has the potential to win a race of this nature. So I seldom do 2 in the one race unless they're handicap chases, but the heart and the head is going both ways there. There's a 255 Al Suhail for the Blue Machine. It's a sort of a 7 furlong specialist, and it was third in Group 1 last year. It faded late to Lord Glitters. I think that was over 9 furlongs. So if it hasn't ran all winters, but if it's fairly sharp, and Appleby does have them sharp, because this really is a prep for 3 or 4 weeks' time as well for the big day. But I think we could do a Trixie, a €2 Trixie with a €2 treble, Hukum, Al Suhail and Emmeratty, as well as I'm back in singly. Then at the 3:30, I'm targeting a lot of the turf races because that's what I know best of all those for them. I'm better at the turf than the dirt, but unless I'm shoveling it. Zakouski in the 3:30. It was third in a prep. It was first time out last January to Lord Glitters, and then it turned the tables on Lord Glitters the next time, and it had a prep run again this year. It was third to Lord Glitters, and it's 9-2. The run will bring it on, and Lord Glitters it takes a long time for him to get into stride to really to grind home. This one has more tactical speed, and he's 9-2, so I think a pint win on him. That he might beat Lord Glitters, overturn the form like last time. So that's the crack now, isn't it? Oh yes, there was one more. Avant Garde is out tomorrow. It's at the 155. Now that's a turf race, but it's 14-1, and it's first time stretching out to a mile 2, and it ran at a mile a couple of times, and it finished well last year in a dirt race, a Group 2 race, and it finished fast. Slow starter as well. First time tomorrow. I think it's worth a .5 each way as well at 14-1. So that's the Meydan 11:35 Hukum 5-4 2 pints win. Meydan 3:30 Zakouski 9-2 1 pint win. Meydan 155 Avant Garde 14-1 .5 each way. Meydan 12:45 Motafaawit 16-1 .5 each way, and Emmeratty 5-2 in the 12:45 1 pint win, and then we have the 2:40 at Kelso Espoir de Romay 9-4 2 pints win. I think that brings it up to 11, the same as last week, and it's a lot of bets, but we done all right last week. They're horses I wouldn't I'd be backing myself. I have them backed, so I won't be leaving them out. And we have our Trixie as well. There'd been other pints on top of that. €2 Trixie with a €2 treble. Anyway, that's me, done and dusted. Well, a few running today. We'll see how they're going. There's money for a couple of them. It's interesting. We'll hopefully back tomorrow evening maybe, or if not, we'll see you soon. Mickey D, the Bookie Basher, over and out. Continue to bash those bookies.